Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for Fear the Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another discussion topic video after the second episode of the final season of Fear the Walking Dead. We're going to talk about these zombies, of course, and the major reveal that we got in episode 2 of Fear the Walking Dead, where we may have a potential endpoint for the zombie virus.
Padre's lied to all of us. We can find out what else he's lied about.
We'll let the commander decide.
Who's the commander?
No more hiding behind the mirror. Time to tell the truth.
Alright guys, this one's going to be doing another review today. This one's going to be doing another review for Fear the Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another discussion topic video after the major episode 2 for Fear the Walking Dead. You can now go ahead and check out the review in the channel for episode 2, as well as the predictions for episode 3. So, fantastic episode of Fear this week. I got a chance to go through a lot of your guys' fan feedback and response to the episode, and it sounds like pretty much everybody agrees that it was a really, really fantastic episode. And Fear the Walking Dead definitely did a good job at this one. You know, this is probably the best episode of Fear, admittedly, probably since season 6, to be honest, because I didn't really like 7 all that much at all. So, very fantastic episode, very good episode of Fear, but I feel like the biggest question that we all probably want to, talk about, and the biggest discussion topic I wanted to get into this week is the idea of the zombie bites being able to be stopped, being able to be, I guess we could say, cured per se, or at least the idea of that. So I got a lot of feedback from you guys yesterday. A lot of people are in agreement that it seems like they are definitely trying to go a new approach with the whole walker bite thing. It sounds like they're doing experiments to try to figure out what works. And this is all by Padre. So now the discussion comes in, and now the questions are now arising. What is this going to be? You know what I mean? Because all we know right now is that June is doing experiments via Padre, that is making her do this. And it sounds like they are using radiation to potentially stop the infection from spreading and killing a person that is bit by a walker or whatever. So with that happening, it's very weird now, because apparently June got this idea based off of Alicia in Fear Season 7. Now, again, this is really weird, because apparently June says that the reason why she even tried this is because Alicia managed to survive a walker infection, a walker bite, in Fear Season 7. So she's taking it upon herself now to use radiation to potentially stop other people from, dying of a bite. Maybe radiation is the answer. Maybe radiation is the answer to all this. And honestly, I wouldn't take this too seriously because, well, first of all, the Alicia plot last season was absolutely unrealistic, at least if you ask me. I know a lot of people argue that. I've heard a lot of people that have yelled at me. They're like, no, Dan, it is realistic that Alicia survived that scenario. Okay. Whatever you say. But anyway, I think it's ridiculous. I think if you want to go a realistic approach, you should watch something like The Last of Us. You should watch something like Ellie in The Last of Us and watch her immunity storyline. And watch her fight off the infection. It's a lot more realistic in that show. But for the Walking Dead universe with Alicia, it doesn't make any sense. Also, we know time and time again that we've heard that the actress for Alicia does not want to return to the role. So even if she is immune per se, if that's the approach that they're going, what the fuck does it matter? Because the actress is gone. So they've completely just wasted an opportunity there. For this whole zombie bite thing to begin with. But June is now using this to kind of her advantage and trying to use other test subjects to see if it works on other people. Use radiation to stop the walker infection from spreading, which, I guess could be a cure. I mean, we all know that things can be cured with the right thing. It just, there's a lot of science behind it. There's a lot of things behind it. But let's be honest here, zombie bites in the Walking Dead franchise, there's never been a way to stop it. There's never been a way to get rid of it. It's been 13 years that this franchise has been going, and are they finally starting to figure out a way for the zombie infection to stop? Maybe. Now, here's the thing that I think we all have to kind of address here about Dwight and Sherry's kid, because, of course, that kid got bit at the end of episode 2, and it was a major moment, the kind of a fake-out type of thing, makes it think like maybe the kid just dies. But we can clearly tell from the trailer that the kid does not die. The kid is perfectly fine in a completely different day, in a completely different scenario. So, with seeing this in the trailer and seeing that they do get their kid back at some point, and they just let that slip in the trailer, are they going to go with the approach that the infection will not spread if it's for radiation? That is a major, major switch in this Walking Dead franchise. If that is the case, and if that really is working, if that really does work, then that is a major switch up. After 13 years, that is a major change for this franchise. Although here's the thing, wouldn't CRM already know about this approach because they're doing test subjects as well and they're doing testings and stuff like that? Wouldn't they already know about this whole radiation idea? In particular, if this has been something that's been thought of for a little while, you know what I mean? But then, of course, it raises the question, does Padre have some sort of connection to the CRM, and is that why they're doing these test subjects, right? Because it feels awfully weird to me that they would have all the technology in the world to be able to kind of figure this out and manage to, figure out some sort of cure, So it's very, very odd. It's a very weird idea. It's definitely a concept that I'm very thrown off by, is that there might be a chance for radiation to stop the zombie infection. And that's huge, guys. That's huge. Like, if this is real, unless it completely fails. But here's the thing. I would love to sit here and say it completely fails, but why is the kid in the trailer later on? You know what I mean? After being bit, and it's obviously a completely different day. So it doesn't really make any sense, you know what I mean? If the kid is here in the trailer, then that must be what they're trying to do. That must be what they're trying to develop, is that radiation might actually stop a zombie, virus, a zombie infection, from getting into a person. And if that is the case, that is major for this franchise, and there's no if or ands or buts about it. That is a huge deal, and that is definitely a major, major switch, because, for 13 years of this franchise, we never knew anything could stop a zombie infection, and now all of a sudden there is. Again, I don't know if this is something that Robert Kirkman would ever want, you know what I mean? I don't think Robert Kirkman would ever want a cure idea. I'm sure he's probably pissed off right now if he even knows about it at all. But yeah, it's not something that Kirkman ever went for in the comic books. Kirkman always said that he never wanted a cure approach. He never wanted the zombies to be cured. Because it's not realistic to the world that he created. So how would Kirkman feel if he found out that the spin-off Fear the Walking Dead was doing a cure approach with radiation? You know what I mean? It's weird. So I don't know. It's a very, very big turn of events. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm not sure where it's going to go. We're going to have to kind of sit here and wait for the story to play out before we can judge it more. But if there really is a cure for Walking Dead universe, and if there really is a way to kind of get out of this whole walker bite idea, then that's major. That's really major. Either it is the radiation that's working and it's somehow stopping the infection from spreading, or I did hear a few other people in my comments that were saying, what if maybe the kids that were born into the world of The Walking Dead are immune to this? So, let's say Judith got bit. She was born in the apocalypse. Maybe Judith, if she got bit, nothing would happen. Same thing with Mo. Same thing with Dwight and Sherry's kid. Maybe this is something to where if you're born in the apocalypse, you're immune to it. But that would be very strange. I've heard that theory as well, too. I figured I'd mention it. I think that's a very out there idea, but again, we have to consider all possibilities here. Apparently, radiation can stop a fucking walker bite. So, you know what I mean? It's like anything's possible at this point. But I don't know. I'm sure I'm going to get a mouthful from a lot of people that are saying, Dan, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? That's not real. Look, guys, I'm just speculating. You know what I mean? I'm just going off of what the episode gave me. I don't know shit about a zombie infection. I don't know shit about a zombie bite. Hell, none of us do, because it's not real. You know what I mean? So for people that want to say, well, Dan, you're kind of wrong about this and you're wrong about this, because I've been hearing that like crazy lately. And I'm like, no, guys, look, I'm just theorizing here. I'm just making theories on what I think this could be. I really have no other knowledge than anybody else does, to be honest with you, with this whole zombie infection thing, and if the radiation approach works and if it doesn't, and this whole kind of thing, we really don't know, because they haven't explained it in full detail yet. We know how it goes if you're bit and then you die from the fever and the fever burns you out and stuff like that. We know that. But, with this whole new radiation approach and this whole new, experiment approach, there's a lot more layers being added to this. So there's a lot more to theorize about, for sure. And hopefully we'll get more answers, Hopefully we find out more of what Padre is doing. And, It should be very interesting for sure. So anyway, if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this video, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos for the Walking Dead universe. Make sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos for the Walking Dead. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.